There's what looks like stairs there, but I cannot access those. Yeah, and I kind of looked over this beach a little bit more carefully. Although with this game, you never know. There might be a rock on the ground. But there's the Volk Tower for this area. So yeah, this area also has a Volk Tower. And there's a rocky sort of plateau going out to it. You almost could imagine just walking across, but I'm sure the game won't let us walk across that. Yeah, so this is, for the portal for this area, which, unclear what this does to me still. Do not know what this button and this screw is about. So apparently you would have ended up on this beach. Also, I've not been to this area. Maybe that's behind the one locked door there that we can't get into. It's boarded, but it was boarded up behind there. Apparently you would have ended up on this beach if you were evacuating. So there would be like an escape hatch that'd bring you out here. But, it's filled with rocks. Again, clearly unmaintained. They really want you to know... Oh, there's the hatch. Okay. Yeah, that hatch there, so that's what you would have come out of and then gone down here. So these stairs, I don't need to access them because they just lead back to that area. And they really want you to be aware of this tower being here, but I'm still unsure what these towers are. I keep putting Paidas in them and nothing happens. But now, I've kind of committed to putting Paidas in all, so I guess I'll just continue doing that whenever I counter them, and depleting my inventory of them even more. My limited number of Paidas. I'm assuming that there's only going to be one corresponding to each location where I want to use them, and it's not like it's going to be, I use one, and then there's another spot that requires the same one, and I don't have it anymore, so I just can't activate whatever it is, right? I am assuming that. Yeah, this building has these levitating things going on with it. And yeah, there's that portal that the guy flew into. I can't make it back to that area. I just, not that the door is closed to it or anything, I just can't walk forward there. So I guess it's just saying, not relevant anymore. That's what the game is saying. And this area, in here I've explored pretty thoroughly. There are the mushroom lights again. Okay, there was a thing here, actually. Is there something I can do with this? No, it's just jammed, right? Okay. Still, this was fruitful. I discovered stuff while I was here, so this is good. And I changed where the Minerva Point portal goes. I have a lot of avenues to pursue now, actually. So this is the spore collection pool, more correctly. I thought it was Neyyah Site 28, but no, that's the broader surrounding area of this. And Smallocks, I guess, oversees multiple of these sites, and this is just one of them. So he just calls it very coldly, Site 28. So I got a lot of inventory items. I got this Velatron Paida, but I don't know what to do with it yet. I know it's going to be important because it was mentioned. I'm assuming this is the orange Paida that Vamir mentioned in his transmission to me. So it's got to be important, but I don't yet know how to use it. I got a full spore. This was just back where these guys were. I just didn't notice it at the time. we got a Scarlidi key, obviously for the Scarlidi Towers, but I was not yet, even looking for one, because I had not even been to the Scarlidi Towers yet. So, relevance unknown to me so far, except that obviously it'll be important for something in Scarlidi Towers area. We got a knife. Now this is a true mystery. I don't know where it would be applicable to use a knife. To be honest, there haven't even been that many areas where I've seen click points where you can use an inventory item. Like, I don't feel like I've seen that many of those. So, I don't know. We got purple and red crystals. I don't know which I would want to use first. Like, which goes to which corresponds to which spot. I don't know. Because I haven't seen anything telling me, about a purple or red. I mean, are these Lavandis crystals? Is that what these are? Because we've read about a blue Lavandis crystal somewhere, I think. But not a purple or red one. And we have a canister. This is like the most obvious thing what it pairs with. Like, it's pretty obvious what this goes to. So that's, an obvious lady we could pursue. And then we have the fact that this portal location over here has changed. But I kind of am more... I more want to see what this canister does. Let's do that first. That's like, obvious thing that we can do right now. And then we'll go back to that other new area, which, doubtless will have a bunch more reading. But... Oh, and then also, I need to look for those Holtish servers, which I think are going to be by the Spore Collection pools. And put the fuses in them. I think I actually saw one earlier. I could put a Paida into it. And now I have some clue what that actually connects to. It goes to Galorthiak Mines on that computer system there, so I actually have a reason to do that now. Okay, let's go back here. I want to see what this is about. More mushroom lights. They make sense here. There's lots of mushrooms here. It makes sense to make lights out of mushrooms here. Okay. Obvious inventory item is obvious. Put canister here. Yeah. Okay. Now what? Oh, wait. Okay, I thought we would have to lower it again. But no, it just goes back into an inventory if we step back. So this lever? Huh. What am I meant to do? I feel like I have to put it there, step back, pull this lever, put it down, and then it'll fill with something. But no, that's not working? Oh, there's another button here. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Fill the canister. Okay, but what is this for? Does this empty the canister? Oh, we cannot put it back. Huh. What is the lever down below for? What does this do? Huh. Okay. Oh. I did not notice this before. So there's a bunch of numbers. Let me look at my numbers. This is, 2. That is... could that be 4? We don't have a number for 4. 2... Is this 6? That is 6, isn't it? Alright, at least I had it tentatively written down as 6. 8? That's 8. 10. Okay, they go up in increments of 2. So this is 4. Let's write this down as 4. I'm like almost certain that this is 6 now then. Let me cross out that question mark that I had next to the number 6. And for 4, I'm going to write this down. This is a beautiful puzzle, by the way. I actually had like an idea, if I ever made my own puzzle game, I was going to make a puzzle exactly like this, where you had to like learn the numbers from like various contraptions around the world that had numbers on them. But this game has now done it, so if I did it, it would be unoriginal. Unfortunately, this does not tell us 9. That's the only number I am now missing, is 9. You know, at least, you know, in the numbers from 1 to 10. So, this, you know, tells us that it has just shy of 4 units of whatever, oil, I guess, in here. But I think that the important takeaway on this is just the numbers. Like, I don't know that it is actually useful that I know how full this is. It doesn't seem to be very important. So, now we have a canister of oil. We might be able to use this canister of oil somewhere, and, well, that's a nice view. I didn't even notice this before. You might be able to use this, canister of oil somewhere, and later refill it again by coming back here. I forget what they were talking about using the oil for. Do I have a note on that? I don't see anything that I wrote down about how that oil is actually used. They might have said, I know where the notes on it are. They're in the, they're by that computer system in the Glorifiac mines. So I can go back there and review. Yeah, I kind of just filled this. I kind of assumed it was going to be obvious what it was for, but no, actually it's not. I don't remember what that's for. Yeah. Let's quickly try putting these crystals here. I guess I'll try the red one. What area was red again? Was this the red portal? Hold on. Maybe it requires the crystal to be the color of the portal we're in now. Let me just look. I think this portal is red, right? Because the yellow one is for Glorifiac mines, I remember that. Blue is for Minerva points. Is this portal red? This one here? It is red. Okay, let's try using the red crystal there. That would make sense. Right? Red portal equals, like, red crystal to use. No, I have not forgotten that I have 2 journals yet to read. Okay, can we stick this here? Can we just put this here? Oh, we can move it. Okay. So, I still don't know what the correct configuration for this to be in is. Okay, wait, I'm not getting this interface. Clicking on the bottom moves it down? No. Like this? Wait, I moved it down before. How was I doing that? Oh, by clicking this arrow? Ah, yeah, okay. So I have no idea what configuration this needs to be, and I'm not seeing a clue on this anywhere, despite all of the reading I've done. So I guess I'll just take that for now. But it is confirmed, so these are crystals. Possibly Lavandis crystals? Lavandis crystals? Maybe that these are those, right? Oh! Wait, that's a Mayorta tube, isn't it? So this is a portal as well? Is this also, is this going to teleport us somewhere if you put it into the correct, configuration, perhaps? I thought these were, like, top secret. Why is it just out here? Okay, let's see what's through this new portal. And then once I go there, I will check out these 2 journals that I picked up. Oh yeah, okay, while I'm here, I might as well look for these Holtish servers. I think I did see one before that was on one of these pathways like this. Yes, Holtish server. Okay, this is just... I should obviously turn this on because now I know what it corresponds to, what it's going to, enable me to do. So, green Pieta with, like, the crystal shape, and a horizontal line, 3rd one down. Well, okay, horizontal line. Yeah, this is the only one with a horizontal line, so it's gotta be this. Okay, that's powered. Didn't we have to insert a fuse into these, though? I thought we did. Fuse status inactive. Trying to count transfer status inactive. Okay, so somehow we have to insert a fuse into this. It shows this. How do we do that? Maybe behind us? Ah, okay. Is that where we... So this shows the fuse to use, right? This one is the right side fuse. Okay. Active. Computer system Holtish data, trying to count transfer status pending. Okay, so presumably we need to go back to that computer to see the account that this is reporting, which is, kind of strange because there's a computer right here, so why would you require this? But, whatever. So presumably there are these at every, intersection, because there's 4 fuses we have. So, let's, do this. Actually, I'm just noticing this. Huh, is this, there was a pipe that came out of the, watchtower. Does that go into here? Is this what that corresponds to? Hold on. But last time I tried to walk over here, I couldn't. Yeah, I just can't touch this. Maybe this is just a camera? Because that red thing, it kind of looks like the cameras. So, okay. Maybe we have to activate that via the use of a camera that needs to be powered. This one is also a crystal green shape, 3 down, but this one takes a diagonal line going upwards. This one. Okay, this is the left side fuse. Okay. So here we go into our inventory and we find the left side fuse. Okay. I'm assuming that is now reporting, so I'm not even going to check the new status. If it is not, in fact, then I will find that out when I go to the Binox computer system and it isn't working. This one is downwards. Yeah, this one. Hold on, I need to know what fuse this is. Okay, top side. Which only leaves one for the other one, so it better be the full shape. So, this is the top side fuse. Okay. And this one upwards. This one. We are running out of these potatoes. Okay, what fuse? Although I only have one left, so it better be... Yeah, it's this one, okay. So... this fuse. And with that, we finally get rid of these fuses from my inventory. And all of these are going to be reporting Trondy counts. I know where to punch those in. It's just in the place through this portal here. I don't know what that's going to do necessarily. Like, I still don't know what this is all building up to, but, you know, something. Okay, so now we are at the Spore Docks. Oh, and now this is set at nighttime, of course. Like, I complained that the Constellation Tower was not set at nighttime, but of course now they decide to set it at nighttime. Is there nothing else I can do here? There's stuff here. Oh, hello. I've seen this. This was in the Binox computer system, right? This is to do with plants. And I kind of skipped over how to use it because it didn't seem like something I could use yet. So I might have to go back and review that. Okay. So, good to know that this thing is here, though, if I wanted to use it. I'm not even going to attempt without having read the associated material. And that's it, hey? That is all that I can do here. Alright. Well, we can go back to the Binox computer system. There are some things to follow up on there. Let's go back to that computer system and see what it reports about that now. And also review the notes about the Billix tank and why we needed that. If I'm not wrong, that was to do with the, that was to do kind of directly with our goals. Okay, we're here. First I just want to see, can I find those notes about the oil canister? Where were those notes? Was it these notes? Okay, yeah, they're talking about it here. I'm quite eager to pursue matters in regards to finding alternative use for the Billix tank oils on Felicio Island. That old contraption needs to be brought down and new systems in place to make use of that oil. While I understand you are quite preoccupied with other matters on Issue 628, if you have a free moment to check out what the levels at the tank might be, inform me and I'll see to putting some construction plans in place. Yeah, okay. So we know where this oil canister is. Thamir hid it away. Because he didn't want Smolix to find it. And Smolix did want to use it. We shall definitely reuse this design once we have the plans for a new system in place. I'm excited to push forward with ideas on how the oil can be used more effectively for purposes here on Olajay. Also, I'm certain we had one of these oil canisters left behind by our betrayers. Maybe they took it with them when I threw out the last of their souls into oblivion. But that's all that's said on that matter. Yeah, okay, so they don't say how the oil is used. So I have this oil canister, but it's unclear to me right now how it's used. Continuing on, the computer system. It will have updated by now, because we did stuff. Hold on. Go there. Go turn right. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, I think it was under console data. Voltage data. What? Awaiting fuse power. No data available. I did put in the fuse, though. Is there another step to powering the fuse? I mean, the fuses are gone from my inventory. I put them in there. Huh. Okay. Alright. So there is some other step. Hold on, let me read this again. They were created to read amounts of energy generated at the heater surface. I mean, I gave it a fuse and a pieta. What more do they want? They were designed by Lyson M. Poltish at Aluxis Heating Systems when the heaters were originally installed. Tronicons are generated at the Poltish consoles through the use of fuses. Inspect each voltage server. Link the Banox computer system. Once the fuse is charged, Tronic readings will be sent from the voltage servers to this database. So we need to charge the fuses. How do we charge the fuses? I mean, I put them in there, right? So there must be something more I have to do there yet. Maybe in the central tower there's something I have to do to actually send them power. Okay. There was something else I wanted to review, which was that, like, sort of, cabinet that you could put plants in. Now, where was that in here? Was that also in here? No, it was not these. I'm gonna keep the portal shifted to that spot, because I have no reason to return to Minerva Point right now. So these... yeah, I saw this. I saw this right there, right? It's the same type of portal, isn't it? With the crystals? They must not be the same, because there's nowhere to put a Peyorta there. Or a Peita. There's nowhere to put a Peita there. So it must not be the same type. I don't know what the deal with that is. Okay. So one of these maybe had it? No, this is not it. None of this is clickable. I didn't really interact with this at all last time. Yeah, again, don't know when that's going to become relevant. Was it this guy? Neyyah activation console. Requires all symbols powered. Fuel activation. Okay. None of this is what I was after. There was something somewhere... But what's this? This seems like a clue that I missed. How am I even going to draw this clue? Okay, I'm going to draw it as arrows. This one... It's just two halves. This one... It's split into three. So, like this... Almost looks like a recycling symbol, the way I drew it. This. It's actually just, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like this one's quarters, right? Makes logical sense. But I assume this is like a clue for something, right? Probably this, you know, red panel, which I don't recall seeing. But I suspect it's probably... Oh, wait. Now it's powered. Oh, okay, so we just had to click on those, and that powered it? Does this mean that the fuses are receiving power now? I don't really understand what I just did. But okay. So interacting with that turned that on. That's just kind of awkward. I don't know what I did there. But does this mean I can now get voltage data? Console data. No. Okay, still no on that. Yeah, okay, so I don't even know what I powered there. What I've turned on by doing that. Where did I see notes on that thing? I don't think it was this. Yeah, no. I think it was in this room, right? Yes. This is it. Okay. Remote power using the mushroom spores. Satellite connects to remote light sources. After different experiments, I found the funky mushroom spores at the sleeping tower area of Kulitsu Island to work most effectively on the new remotely powered lanterns. Maybe it has something to do with the nearby Benoxy Eye portal. Those rays could be aiding the potency of the spore's growth. I am quite happy with the new contraption, which processes the spores. So far, so good. Let there be light in dark places. So, you're meant to put spores there. I do have a bunch of spores in my inventory, but none of them are from that area, as far as I know. But we can try putting them, just, you know, tossing them in there and see what happens. Okay. I know I still have journals to read. I have so many leads to follow still, even just with the limited information that I have, that I feel like I should follow these leads to their ends before consuming even more information and just drowning in even more text, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate these animations, but I just want to get there now. So, what I want to do is go to this machine over here and try putting spores into it. That's all I really gathered from that note, is that there are spores you can put into it and it powers a light. So let's see, can I do that? Which makes sense, it shows a mushroom icon here. I thought there was more to this note than that. So, the question is, which one? This one, or this one? Let's just try all of them. Oh, no, I just zoomed in on it, because there's a zoom in button immediately up me. But that is not... That doesn't go here? Okay. This? No. No. Okay, so it's none of those. And I don't really have anything else that could go there, I don't think. Not within reason, really. No. Okay. So, probably it doesn't work because it's not one of the actual mushrooms from that area. So it needs to be one of the actual mushrooms from the spot where we've seen them all. We somehow need to actually harvest the spore there. Unclear how. Okay. Might be worth checking this area again, just a little bit. This is just how we unlock them. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Hold on, I saw it. No, show me that view again. What was it? I was just looking at it. Yeah, there's the eye portal with the pipe coming out of it. That must connect to the watchtower. That's gotta connect to the watchtower. So that pipe goes out of this eye here, and this will be different now because we powered on what was on the other side of that. So this pipe is now powered on. It goes here, 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 and to here. Okay. And it also goes to this thing. It goes here. It kind of just goes into everything in this area. Yeah, this is where we have to put in those Tron decounts. Yeah, this is a unguessable combination. It's a 2-digit number and a confirming lever, so you would not be able to brute force this. You know, not unless you want to type in 99 numbers, right? So something must have changed over here because... Oh yes, this is on now. Right, there were another one of these over there, wasn't there? This is not interactable, though. It's only an indicator. Yeah. Okay, but I get it. The reason that this is on now is because of the pipe. That pipe looks suspiciously like it contains Mayorta gas. It's because of the pipe that goes to this eye portal, right? At the other end, it connects to the watchtower. And we turned on a contraption there that was pumping stuff out to a pipe. So that's the reason why that's on now. I don't know what that being on has done, though. I still don't understand that. There are little, like, satellite dishes on all of these, too. So I don't know what all this affects. Obviously, those are the icons of the fuses. You know, implying that something to do with the fuses here, but I still don't quite get it. We can zoom in on these, but we cannot interact with them. Yeah, this is not quite clicking for me. Oh, and here's one of those Kula things, right? The Kula Pietas. Yeah, this is advanced machinery here. I don't quite get this still, unfortunately. But I do understand why this is powered on. It's because we did that stuff at the watchtower. So maybe something that we do here will actually affect the watchtower. Or maybe it's only just to send that here. I don't know. I kind of want to go back to the dome to see if there's anything I missed, because I have had this dome key in my inventory this entire time, and I have not found a spot to use that, despite being unlocked very early in the game. I got it at the secret office, which was a long time ago. Let's go around this way so I don't have to take this cart ride. It's just through here. Yeah, okay, this area. So I'm looking for... Oh, there is a place I can put a key here. Now, do I put the dome key here or the spare key? I'm thinking dome key, right? Ah. Okay, that's open, that. Not sure to what end. We do have a hint that we need to drain water here, I believe. We were given a map that was like, drain the water. Okay. Not sure why I want to do that still. Do these just close when I zoom out on them? Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something about that, because why is that important? Like, I can open this, yeah, but this is not highlight as if I could do anything with this. Like, is there an inventory item I can use here? I've just been assuming at this point that if it doesn't show the inventory cursor, you cannot do anything with that item. And I don't have a reason to believe that I can do anything with these. Like, I don't know, the knife. No. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. What did our map say to do here? We had a map. Open the rock. Drain the tank. Drain the tank. That's the symbol of the Feltron or whatever. That's the symbol of 2. That is 2, right? Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, that's 2. Okay. Somewhere here, I can drain a tank. What am I missing in this area? I feel like there's just a lot of things here that are just not interactable. I must be missing something here. There's gotta be something here I'm not seeing. Drain the tank. Now that definitely looks like a pipe with which you could drain a tank. And it goes further up, above me. That's an elevator-looking thing, but I cannot do anything with it. Hold on, wasn't there something I could zoom in on here? Yeah, this. Now, what is the deal with this? I don't recognize this as anything. Anything that I've seen. I can't look up here. There's gotta be something here, right? What am I missing? Okay, well there are more of these things. Will unlocking all of these do something? No idea. Oh, hold on. That one's different. Let's do this one first. I just got an achievement called Lantern. Huh, what did that do? Did that change something in here? Oh, it called this down. This is like secret. Man, they just nailed this aesthetic so hard. I really wonder how they made these renders look like this. Because it's just perfect. Everything about the way this looks is perfect. Felitsupod. Root tests. Ah, this is pertaining to we saw this in the Binox computer system as well. So this is the root test. And there was a, one of them, there was something that, there was a foreign object in the pool that could not be identified. Okay. This is, which one? That is the symbol for 3, I believe. Okay. Ooh, secrets. So far, so good. The fixes I've made on this draining system haven't caused any complications at the tank. With the water gone, the portal still seems to work. Mason, if you're reading this, don't forget to unlock the tank door. Lever can be found on the platform above the door. Okay, we've seen that area. Fixes I've made on this draining system haven't caused any complications at the tank. With the water gone, the portal still seems to work. Mason, if you're reading this, don't forget to unlock the tank door. Lever can be found on the platform above the door. Okay, we've seen this area. I saw that door. I could not get to the platform above the door, as far as I could tell. Like, I walked around this and kind of, you know, pretty thoroughly examined this area and could not figure out how to get up there. But apparently there is a lever on the platform above the door, and that unlocks the tank door. Maybe we can only do that with the water gone. Hold on, I'll pull that in a second. I want to inspect every single other one of these. Okay. That is the number for, 2. Which one of these was it that had a foreign object in the tank that caused it to not work? This one does not have a secret hatch that causes it to open. This is a bit disorienting. Wasn't there one of these that was malfunctioning? They all seem to be operational. Obviously that clue is actionable, so you know, that's important. And there's a lever there. I'm just looking at these because, like, wasn't there one that needed repair? Or was the idea that by putting something in the tank, it would get Mason to come out here and inspect them and find that note? Is that the idea? Because that was sort of his laboratory with that computer system. Well, in any case, there's this lever here. Let's pull it. Okay, so that's going to affect something in that area, presumably. We have now drained the water. Man, just when I think I'm out of stuff to do, this game just gives me something else.